Namaste. Today is Friday, October 9th.
Yeah, just keeps on going day by day here.
That's it.
That's
So
how it
we'll
works.
just go with those. I think we'll just leave the other ones. They're all pretty heavy, needing to do a lot of heavy processing, so we'll check with them maybe Monday.
Sounds like a plan.
Give them a week or so to process.
Yeah, I think sometimes the next day. The longer the better, you're right.
Yeah,
so I think that's good. So it can only help. All right, so we've got an interesting selenium piece. So a little color in there though. Okay. Okay, it's rising up. It looks like a vase of flowers. And someone is, I see some hands reaching for that vase and bringing it to them. They're smelling those flowers. Okay, so questions or messages today. Okay, so they're saying such a sweet fragrance or taste when life is imbibed in its purity. Fresh.
Right.
Okay, they're just offering those flowers. So.
Right, so at the minute you got that, that's what I got immediately. So it's basically, stop and smell the roses.
Yeah,
Take time and live your life. Don't be in a rush. Witness what's around you and take time to really pull it in and savor it 100%. Yeah.
That's the key. Okay.
So that was the message this morning. Thank you.
Nice start. A very nice start to the day. Pretty with the clear and the kind of lavender around the edges there. Okay, and from this I do see some nice light lavender roses appearing. And looks like more hills in the background.
Okay.
Okay, so what messages or questions do you have for us today? Okay, I'm just hearing something when I walk with stillness. Life is true. When I walk in suffering, that gets clouded. And so obviously with this soul, they are in and out of that, that reality of stillness and then back into mind. And so I seek the way to that refreshment, that garden, a straight course.
Right. So yeah, when you go back into suffering mind, then you see with all the filters in place. It's like putting on a pair of glasses with gray, and that's what you're viewing, that's what you're seeing, that's what you're focused on. So we'll go ahead and let them have the Om that I am, the I am that I am, the COS. And just to, again, work on staying in that stillness and taking time, letting things unfold. And when you see you're starting to go back into that pattern, pull yourself back out. Yeah.
That's really all that can be done.
And use the practices, right? Exactly. Use the practices, and they will help with that.
Yeah, they have some tools now as well,
yes.
Which is a good thing. This is a pretty green, huh? Kind of a different.
Bloodstone.
Oh, okay. Okay, because some of them have a little more red than this. Okay, so I gotcha. Bloodstone. Bloodstone that's not too bloody looking.
No, that's...
What that means, I don't know. um, okay, I do see some blood. I see the image of Kali coming forward, black, with all of her skulls and the whole business. Okay, so let's see what this spirit has to say today. They're kind of saying Master Kali, but I'm not quite grabbing onto what their meaning is of that. I am Master Kali.
Have they been a Kali worshiper? Maybe it's some devotee of Kali.
Yes, they're devoted to that goddess.
Okay. So what is it we can help you with?
I did see an image of, is it Ramakrishna?
Yeah.
Pop in.
Yeah.
But this may have been, maybe they resonate with him.
Right.
They're saying they do resonate with his type of energy, but maybe reading, I don't know. So, okay, so what questions do you have for us today? Okay, they have that bond with his teachings and his energy.
Okay.
And so what do you desire from us today? Okay, I'm sort of hearing the Kali mantras.
Does he have all the Kali mantras? Ask him how many Kali mantras he has.
What is there, 10? Or how many? I mean, I don't know. They're just, I'm seeing like something, okay, here's the mantras, and I just see a little at the bottom. So yeah, I'm not getting the exact ones or anything, but not all of them.
I think he doesn't have all of them.
No.
I think he's just got one, maybe one Kali mantra.
Yeah, that's my feeling too. Pretty light, 1 or 2.
Right. So we'll let him go ahead and have the rest of the Kali mantras, and he can do those. That would be very good for him, and just totally surrender into that.
They're very, very grateful, and they're, they're bowing to that goddess energy of Kali that comes through all. So thank you.
Something yeah, that's the problem. He only got one beginning mantra, and that's it. He doesn't have the fullness of it, and so
which makes the whole thing complete.
Right.
Makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, those mantras, they have it all in there. I tell you. Ooh. Okay, so here's another nice one. I think it's just right for its weight, though.
Yeah.
But it's just a nice. I like the feeling of that stone. Traveled through, is it Glen and Gale? I don't know how you say that. Through green and through winds. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Is that how you say that? Through Glen and Gale? I don't know.
Glen and Dale and Glen, or something
Gale
like that.
A wind?
Gales and
I don't know these things, so I don't know how they come. Whether they're being. So I do see, again, images of wind, and then nice green hills, and then tornadoes, and who knows what else. So they're a weary traveler
over hill and dale.
Hill and dale.
Yeah, I don't know where you got gale, but okay, hill and dale.
Does gale have anything to do with the wind, though?
Gale is a wind, yeah, a heavy wind.
Okay, good. Isn't Glen like a...
Gale force winds. Glen is like a valley.
Valley. That's
like a valley.
Yes, so that's what I meant, valley and winds.
Okay,
but also,
Glen and Gales instead of hills and dales. You get hills and dales or glens and...
Probably all of it. Add that one too, they're saying. That sounds good, yes. Glen and Gale. Is that even a phrase?
Glen and Gale and hill and dale, but they've been everywhere.
They're buddies. Two teams.
Goodness.
I just can't believe that Glen is a valley and a gale is winds. I guess. Is that even a saying, Glenn and Gale?
No, it
It
is
sounds
now.
like-
I guess it is now. So
It sounds like a partner, like two, two partners. Hi, I'm Glenn and Gale, and we've been married. Anyway, so anyway, all right. So they Glenn and Gale, Hill and Dale. Okay, so and I am tired. I'm weary.
mm-hmm.
I will go on and I do seek something that would help me in terms of, maybe like a rod or something,
Mm-hmm.
a staff that's infused with something in grace that I can hold to for the rest of this journey.
Mm-hmm. I would go ahead and get them in touch with Christ and all the Psalms and that type of thing, and that would be good for him.
Okay. Okay, I see a staff coming. It's made of light
Mm-hmm.
coming into view. Kind of being given to this journeyer by grace, and how lucky are they, huh?
Yeah, I think a lot of the Psalms would fit this one very
nice. Well. And so Christ is there, and that is being offered to this very fortunate soul.
Mm-hmm.
And they are holding to it. They do feel steadier, and like they were just, starting to lose their energy because they were going more on their own steam, and that was hard to do. You can only go so far on that.
Exactly. Eventually you need some support somewhere, and if he gets into the teachings of Christ, and then the older Testament in just the Psalms part of it would serve him well.
Sounds great.
Psalms are very refreshing. If you haven't read the Psalms, they're very, very nice, and the teachings of Christ together are very nice and potent.
To like lead me beside clear waters,
and
still waters, and that kind of refreshing, poetic almost.
Right, very poetic.
Beautiful. He's a very fortunate soul, and he is, he's got his hand on his heart, and he's facing Christ. So lucky guy. Follow that light.
Yes.
In good hands.
Yeah, so if you read something that's kind of refreshing and you haven't read the Psalms, take time to read the Psalms. You get a lot of nice things are in the Psalms. That and again, the words of Christ. If you have a Bible that's got the words of Christ in red, you can kind of get rid of some of the other stuff and just take his teachings and then the Psalms, and it's very nice. Good balance for people.
Yeah, that's excellent, and I don't think people maybe do enough of that or consider, and maybe, but it's there. It's quite refreshing.
There's a lot of good wisdom in that. So.
No doubt. Good deal. Okay. So, little clear one.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly energy they are.
Mm-hmm.
Friend to mankind and humankind.
Okay.
Interesting, I do see kind of a shepherd there with the sheep and kind of rising of those older days. Okay, so let's see what messages or questions. They're kind of a shepherd of heart, they're saying, in a way.
Shepherd of heart?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one to be.
Yeah. I mean, they're showing that imagery, but then I heard shepherd of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And just, tending to that. In a good way, I think in a spirit way of keeping that alive and making sure it's all... just keeping it alive. I mean, my feeling a little bit is maybe like some of the sadhus do. They sort of keep that energy alive with their presence and all. And this is what this one does, like a shepherd. Interesting.
It's an interesting way to look at it. But yeah, people should shepherd their heart and take care of it. And and if it starts to go astray, it's like the shepherd. You go bring it back, and you take care of it. Absolutely.
That's a good way to put it, and that's exactly what they're saying. Rein it in if the mind's going
Right.
in. Rein it in and bring it back to the center point, and and that's the work really, and so that's what they're conveying in that way.
Right, you keep your heart and you keep it against predators, like the shepherd. The shepherd has newborn little sheep and they have to guard against wolves, guard against predators and things, and same thing. You have to guard your heart against predators, against wolves, against wolves in sheep's clothing, so to speak. All of the things that come along. One has to raise and guard the heart and take care of it. Be gentle with it.
There you go. And the sheep and the lamb also they're symbolic of innocence and purity,
right.
And just gentleness. And these things are to be, I guess, nourished and ensured that they're protected.
Right. So keep protection of the heart, and that's nice that he's showing how to shepherd the heart. But this stone is called a rutilated quartz. See the little rutiles there?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
So rutilated quartz has you'll see a couple of little filaments in it, either gold or black filaments, but that's called rutilated quartz.
Nice. Nice to know the names. Great. Always good to learn that too along the way. Okay, so this is this nice one. It's got pink and yet it's got some of the earthy looking tone in there a little bit.
Kind of a little bit of a rosy quartz.
Yeah, rosy quartz with a little bit of earthy earth in there.
Little matrix in it.
Matrix. Okay, I am hearing season transformation.
Okay.
I am in this season of transformation.
Okay. Are they in a season of transformation to aid humanity or just within their own journey?
Right. Is it more general
Yeah.
Yeah. They are in that.
They are in that. Okay, so that's their own journey.
Yes.
Okay. So what is it we can aid you with?
Okay, so I see a nice spruce tree and it's green and bright and I they want to grow up in that kind of vibrant green health, fullness. It's a full tree. Mature.
Okay.
So, I do see some footsteps, and there's a path they're on. There's different paths, and they're journeying towards that, that nice, bright, full tree, deep green, and that's what they're seeing is, the image of their completion. And what are they holding? They're leaving. I think they're doing some devotion along the way. I see some flowers being left, some honoring of things. So, they just would seek your blessing and anything else that, may help them arrive.
Absolutely. Many blessings to you. And, just continue the journey that, have that gratitude. Gratitude goes a long way in the path. Remembering to stay in the heart. Like the last one said, shepherd the heart, stay in the heart, take time to smell the roses, enjoy the life along the way, and observe and stay in that quiet place. Find that quiet place within. Make healthy choices for yourself in all aspects. Have honesty, integrity, and transparency in your life to go forward. And then we'll go ahead and let them have the COS. That's something you can do, the COS mantra. and Om that I am that I am, and you can continue to do those mantras and expand and allow yourself just to become that.
Nice. Yeah. Boy, that can only benefit all of it. It's kind of the whole thing in a nutshell,
so
you said.
The path in a nutshell.
Really. Yeah. The character and all of it. Okay, they're offering a basket of flowers to you now and saying thank you so much.
Thank you, Master.
Very grateful.
Yeah. Wish you well on your journey.
Yeah. They're,
yeah, when they have those kind of intentions, and they really want to further their path, if they come into embodiment again, they will go into a family that's going to aid that one way or another. Either it's going to be through hardship, which is a left-handed blessing, or it'll be easier. But usually I think a lot of times it's through hardship, because then one is just really coming in more geared to, they're not the externals to hold to. With that, if you don't have any externals to hold to, the only place you can go is within. So again, like I said, in my life, it was a left-handed blessing. I had nothing in the way of family as far as them being nurturing or anything like that. There was nothing. So the only place to go was within. So that was really a benefit to me in the long run. It didn't seem like it, of course, along the way. You're like, what's going on, but really, in the end, one sees that only benefits because there's nothing externally to cling to and to get caught up in. One has to go within and totally just put their focus on that. Yeah. Keeping your own counsel and being within and finding your way, and you don't have all of the, you're not a mommy's girl or daddy's girl or something like that that you're clinging to externally. There are no externals for that.
Yeah, so, I know, I'm with you on the hardship part, and I think also it's so much suffering in there too that you're willing to do it at all cost.
Right, whatever you need to do to move forward. So you come in prepared that you're not looking for the comfy life. You're not looking for, I just want to go play and manifest and have something comfy and, set up that way that I'll be taken care of and this and that. If you're really looking to further your journey, many times that's what's chosen. You choose to come into a family that's not going to give you all of the externals. You're going to choose more of a hardship in order to go within and further progress.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're in those hardships and you wonder why, look and see, did you come in? Did you, ask for that at a young age? Did you want to progress? And you'll see that usually, many times that's the case.
Yeah, and use it as a jumping off point.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All righty. Same pretty one with the nice
tiger. Yeah, tiger.
Tiger, yeah.
Tiger stone. Mm-hmm.
It's tigery. Okay, they do have a partner.
Okay.
There we go. So I have a partner. There, it feels, and I'm hearing enmeshed.
Okay.
Like one, though, in a way, too.
Right. They're very close.
Very close.
They've been a lot of lives together.
That's it. And I don't know if their partner's there now or not. So they're speaking for both of them. But I feel that other one there, kind of attached.
Yeah.
We're just like, they're just like, I almost see them being merged.
Right, like art and water.
Yeah, it
half
feels
and half,
that way.
sort of, yeah.
feels that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so questions or concerns or messages. Okay, there's a lot of stillness, so it's hard to say. And I do see, as both of them are bonding together, they kind of come like this. It looks like a heart. So they're bonded, and then if there's a heart. Together, they look like a heart. So maybe that, maybe they're just going to convey something with more
maybe
imagery.
that is just the message. It's, that one can have that absolute blending where it becomes one. It's like an Ardhanarishwara, that you can have that, and it is possible, especially on other planes where there's more of that integrative, where you're just really integrating on a energetic level. And so when you're when you're integrating on an energetic level, not a corporeal form, they can have that really blending where it becomes one. Absolutely becomes one. Yeah.
And that's what it looks like, a blend of energy that has become a heart.
Right. They become really enmeshed as one. It's not two corporeal bodies. When they get into that more rarefied and energetic realms and planes of existence, then when there's like a marriage, it is like a marriage. I mean, the two really become one.
Eternal marriage.
Yeah. Eternal marriage. You becomes one.
And right, because the imagery I'm seeing again, they have the two roses. The two roses have come together, and they're just as one rose, one flower.
Right. Right. They become so in sync that it's they have the same thought patterns, the same time. Everything is very much in sync with it.
Yeah, and it's not it's in a good way. I mean, sometimes you hear enmeshed, and that's not.
Yeah, we're not talking about codependent.
Yeah, those exactly. And so
it's
word
different
is
here.
not,
here is codependent is something different. But when it's that, these energies have totally blended to become one energy.
That's it.
There is no separate energies with that. It is a single energetic signal or signature at that point. So
yeah, I mean, I know you mentioned twins a little bit, and this has, it's different though than that too. But it is kind of, I guess that word symbiosis, where they come together, they're mutually nourishing. It's like a mutually nourishing partnership that's one, and that's the best way to put it. And sometimes twins are that way, though.
Sometimes they are
not
very,
always.
very close, but yeah.
And this is still, I think, on a different plane,
this is
more energetic.
This is on a different plane.
And you don't have to be a twin to have this. This happens.
No, you can have like I say, soulmate or something. But two energies that have gone through lots of existences and existences and existences, and are really in the absolute same. Mindset path, whatever, however you want to say it, and until they've absolutely become one.
No doubt. Yeah. A good thing.
Yeah.
So they are shining that heart,
and thank you for showing that.
Okay. One. Okay. So I'm hearing, if I remember myself as young innocence. That's my memory of myself.
And then if you don't remember yourself, what?
I'm not anything at all like that. And that's fine too, I think, to them. They're just...
Yeah. One doesn't need to cling to a persona, a face, a time, a climb, a body. You know, that's not needed. The spirit has those experiences. The experience are not that consciousness. Okay.
Okay, they're hearing that. They just like that memory.
They like that memory.
Yeah, but you know, they are hearing you. They understand that's another type of
and
covering.
that innocence is still there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have that face or that remembrance to have that innocence is still there, present at some point.
Because I do see a little bit, you know, there's more connected with that memory of, you know, sitting with their grandma and learning things about, you know, how to do her, you know, the ways that she transmitted to them, and it was just such a warm bond.
Right.
And, you know, I think with them, that brings them a lot of warmth to remember that or to bring that to their heart.
Right. And, you know, that's fine if that's where they're at. That's fine. They can have that remembrance. You know, if they're still in the transient journey, and that's fine. You know.
Let's see, is there anything else that you want to ask, or I just want to remember.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And one can have those remembrances, that's fine, you know, as long as you're in that journey and you're going to continue to go into corporeal form, you'll have more and more experiences and things. And, you know, one doesn't have to forget ones that have gone before or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
it's part of the transient journey, that's all.
Right, and as you say, just to put out there that you don't lose anything.
Right,
you
nothing's lost.
Yeah. Whether it's remembered or not, that love or that bond is there without all that. But, you know, if you want to be in the memories,
right.
Okay,
if you want to put a name and a face to it, that's fine. But if you want to just keep that love aspect as it is, you can do it without putting a name and face on it.
Good way to put it.
You know, where you're at now, if you want to commune with that being, you can commune with that being.
Grandma can
She can be
sure.
right there. Yeah, if you want to commune with that being,
Yeah.
there's nothing that stops you from doing that. From the other side, all you have to do is think of them and say you would like to be with them, and you can be instantly with them, 100%.
Well, I think they are there with them in a certain way, and I think that's partly why they just want to stay in that.
Yeah,
they
and
are
one
there.
can stay in that for a time. Of course, you're going to have to, you know, reincarnate. You're going to have to, both of you continue your journeys, and you know, many times you'll reincarnate with the people that you're close to, so you can learn other lessons. You have a tendency to reincarnate in groups and learn different lessons and play different roles. Okay. So just be open to that and know that that can happen. You can have many, many, many other roles and many other journeys with that person.
Okay, I'm hearing them want to ask, does this keep me in a regression if I do stay with my grandma?
Like I said, you know, you have to be willing to go back into form, into different, you know, different things. Maybe you'll go into another life and you will be her parent, or, you know, or you'll be her brother or sister. You know, you can have many, many, many different relationships, many, many, many different learning scenarios. So just be willing to go forward and experience more with them. Don't stay stuck.
Yeah, that's the
in
thing.
one thing. Don't just stay stuck there.
That's
you know, because then you're missing out on more experiences and more journeys and more things that you can learn and grow. Yeah.
Sure. That's the thing, and so just letting that resonate. I do see the COS popping up. I don't know if this is a thing for them or not, Gertrude, but what do you think?
Yeah, if they want the COS, they can go ahead and use it. That's
Might
fine.
help them to loosen
Yeah,
it
they
up a
can
bit.
start experiencing it on other levels and see that
Expanding.
there's more expansion, more things to experience than just staying focused on that one thing.
Makes
I'm
sense.
sure that in that life, that one thing was really, really important, and that's what they clung to and got them through.
Yeah.
They based their existence around it. But there's much more to life and existence than one experience.
Good. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I must say.
That's a good one. Good
Yeah.
lessons in that. Okay. Sometimes these pink ones are getting a little grounded feeling, these pink ones. You know?
Well, it's nice to have nice grounded kind of love energy and
There
stuff.
you
That's,
go.
that it just because something is light doesn't mean that it can't be grounded. It doesn't have to be airy fairy and really ungrounded and no.
Of course, like I see the mother energy back there. She was stout, the one yesterday. She, unconditional love, but
It can be
also
very grounded, It's the same thing, if you're heading a path and stuff, you got to be very grounded.
Right.
That energy has got to be grounded to keep everybody from being out in the ozones.
That's the thing, and you do that very well. Thank you. I know she's helped me with that kind of thing. Okay, just a little, just a few times. Okay, anyway, here we go with this grounded pink energy. I like that combo, because I do see, as we're speaking, I see the pink, and then I do see some earth there.
Yeah, it could be very grounded. It comes from the earth. They say Mother Earth. Well, Mother Earth is very grounded.
Very much so, and all this beautiful pink, cherry blossom, all that rises from this,
Exactly,
substance.
from that ground of being, and it's it can be very rich, very fertile. So there's a lot more to it when one looks at it. They think some of these things can be very airy fairy, but it's not really. In the end, it can be very, very, very strong, very grounded. Same thing, to be a mother. When you look at Mary, she's got to be a very grounded energy. She went through some real trials and tribulations with watching what happened with her son, with Yeshua ben Joseph and his journey, and so she had to be a very grounded person to go through what she went through.
And yet pure love.
And absolute love, yeah.
Which is soft, pure, gentle love, but yet,
right. It doesn't need to be hard. Just because something is grounded doesn't mean that it necessarily, and I think that's what kind of the message of it is that pink, it's light, but it's very grounded. It's not harsh. It doesn't have to, grounded does not mean that it has to be harsh.
Or just like a big, like you're running into a concrete wall or something,
Right, you can be very grounded and can have tough love. Tough love is very grounded love. It's doesn't mean that it's not love. It's love, but it's very grounded, very centered, very,
Tough love or gentle love,
or
all
even
of it.
gentle love. Yeah,
It can be grounded.
Exactly.
Gentleness can be very grounded,
Yeah.
And it comes as a mixture, and it can still be grounded. So anyway, this pink, I see the earth, and then I do see this pink, and it's like a pink sunset, Okay, so let's see if there's anything else, and maybe that's just more what they're bringing is this grounded lightness, I guess. Okay, I see someone, it does look kind of merry, like it looks ethereal. They do have in their arms white roses. They are all in white, and they are connected to this earth energy as well, yet they are like just a goddess, an angel, yet they're just, in that earth, and I think that's exactly what we've been saying here. It just, all it does is speak love, purity and unsoiled, and So I just feel like that's more the message here with
Right.
this stone. Is, I think it came already, and then we got the image. So
Yeah,
beautiful.
just enjoy the beauty of that, and know that one can be in touch with that, but it doesn't mean that one's a pushover. It doesn't mean that one has to be, again, airy fairy. Love and that path can be very grounded, indeed.
Yeah. So I like the stone. So let's see what it wants to do. No, it's okay. We can set it on its way. It is very nice, and it's got some solidness to it when you hold it, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It has a nice. It's got a really nice substance to
It
it.
really does. Right away, you could feel it. And
Yeah, it has a substance, and again, the love and all of those things can have a good substance
Right.
to it if one is really grounded in that. And yeah, exactly. I mean, if she wants, she can be near the healing center, because there are a lot of them there that could use a lot of grounded love. They could use that
well,
kind
she
of
looks
opening.
like this, so she wants to go. Well, that's a good place.
Let
for
her.
her.
She can
looks
go in
like
this,
that.
like kind of like that Mary.
That's exactly what she looks like.
Yeah, she can go into that statue there.
Yeah, so we can
We'll put her over by there, and she can go in that statue and just be here. That's a good thing to do.
I see some light from the statues.
Yeah, so she's right there. Yeah.
Oh, it made this place softer. I feel it, but all
Yeah.
of a sudden I felt, this angelic,
yeah, just
wonderful feeling, ethereal, but yet
So
heart-centered.
she's there. Well, that's exactly what the statue is. We have behind us. It's a Mary with the heart, that's had the sword through the heart, and it's a So yeah, it is that type of energy, that very grounded and light, and beauty of that.
She came floated above. That's exactly what she looked like. Nice. Oh, we got a little lightness here coming. All right, can't beat it.
Can use that.
Yeah, it's like, ooh. All right, so we've got another little selenium piece, and it is a square piece almost. But we don't know. Squares aren't always square, I'm still getting a little imagery of her. That she's pretty vibratory there, but I'll just see if we can work with this now. Yeah, she's got a presence there. Okay, so now when we're focused on the stone a little bit, not sure if she's helping with it already. I guess that's a good thing. We'll just see what happens, because I'm feeling a connection there that is a little hard for me to focus here, but that's okay. See what happens. Okay, so
she's here to do some work, so that's good.
Yeah, no, she's doing it because I can feel her there. But it's going to shift what's happening here. Okay, so this kind of boxy looking stone is there. It does have a little bit of darkness around. I do feel her putting light into it already, so it's hard for me to say what's happening with it. Okay, looking a little clearer. Okay, now we see more of a diamond coming from it. And above it, so there's a diamond, and then above it, it is kind of shadowy. It's got a bit of blackness there. And it's really growing like quite a diamond, Thank you for your help.
Yeah, it sounds like she's really working to burn away the dross and the shadow, whatever needs to go. She's helping with that to get rid of that. Absolutely.
Burning up anything here because I'm kind of all. Okay, there's just nothing but a diamond there. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. So it's transformed as we sat
Done
here.
deal.
So yeah.
Thank you.
So it's ready to go on its journey. So thank you for that. She just transformed it really rapidly.
She's no joke. I just have to settle with it because I am feeling a little with this new energy that she's transmitting over there. And my heart gets a little poundy. But she's good. She's good. Okay, so this is kind of got
We'll never turn down that help.
No.
You know?
No, it's not ever.
Any of the
That
masters and the Mary and the other beings there that are there to aid humanity and stuff. Of course, we never turn away that help. That's wonderful that they are there to aid, and we're lucky to be part of this journey. Whatever little part we can do.
That's it. And just like a little instrument.
Our little minuscule.
Oh yeah, in the bigger cosmos, it's just a dot, if that. No, I'll get used to it. It just is a new feeling. She's there, and every time I shut my eyes, I see it. Okay, so this one has a little bit of kind of black. It's got some purple too, kind of a stripe down it.
Okay.
She's there.
Sounds like she's come in to do a lot of work with some of the ones that are waiting today. Yeah. Maybe there were some there waiting that she could do the work with, and so she showed up to do that. Sometimes that will happen.
No doubt. So she's there. What I see all of a sudden when I shut my eyes is I do see a line with a box, or kind of a triangle.
Okay.
All of a sudden this disappeared that I was seeing in my mind.
Okay.
I still feel her there.
Right.
There's a little bit of red in it.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know, I just hear taking away deformities, or taking away that which wasn't straight, or it was crooked or bent or felt didn't work, and that's what she's
so she's straightening. She's doing the straightening and bringing it back to center. Broken. Yeah, bringing it back to center and clarity and some healing and stuff.
Yeah, it's like she's if I see a broken bone, all she does is boom.
Yeah, just putting it back together again.
Done deal.
Yeah.
So I see the skeleton. She's just going through the whole system. Done,
Yeah.
I think it's done.
Yeah, whatever they were holding and things, she's just taking care of it right away. Yeah, when I see that, the square and the triangle and all of those things, it's, that foundation, and then that energy that's just been absolutely funneled into a point and taking care of those things. Yeah.
Yeah. I should definitely get that. So we'll see what happens with
the rest. Those are the symbols of the order. The
interesting.
The square and the circle, the triangle, and the cross. The orders.
Interesting. Well, it's bringing in a different kind of feel to the work today for this moment. Very
loving, very grounded.
Yeah.
But no joke, we're just getting it done, and
she's
that's
a healer.
it.
Big time. This energy. It's Mary, Virgin Mary energy. I don't know what to say. She's no joke in a good, such a good way. So there she is again. I see the heart. I do see this energy here. It's black. I see some roses, white roses coming from it. Okay, just again the same thing. This being is filled with impurity. She's getting rid of it.
And she's cleaning it up.
That's it.
She's doing house cleaning. Serious house cleaning this morning.
The way she does this, you wouldn't believe it.
Just goes in and changes their heart, just changes it.
Gets it in alignment with what needs to be in alignment with,
right. And when she can, raise those vibrations and get that in alignment, the other can't be there. It's just it's gone. It's gone.
So
it'll be gone, yeah.
That's a thing. There's some red roses. They're changing to white, red. I mean, she's just this being's filled with impurities. Whoosh.
Yeah.
I'm done with it now, okay? Boom.
So today is fast track.
Oh, my Lord.
We may not have a lot of stories going on today. It's just fast track healing, and that's fine too.
Okay, she gets into the energy of the whole thing, you know?
Exactly. So if anybody, really wants to be worked with on an energetic level, open yourself up to her, and I'm sure she would be more than happy to help aid working on you in the heart center and straightening out those energies.
Okay, I know she's come here and cleared a lot away and still is, so I feel grateful for that. I think it's that same one that I saw with all the lotuses. I don't know. My hands are kind of shaky though. Okay, so selenium. Okay, they're saying they're getting it in order. This being's getting it in order for this soul, lining it up right.
Right.
So I see some kind of DNA even just...
Yeah, DNA healing and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of planetary changes, and when this opened up, I mean, there's going to be some radical changes that can take place. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's great, even to healing up the DNA and everything. And
you see the spiral of that DNA, which is kind of like the snake dance, too.
Right, it's like a Kundalini. The Kundalini works on the DNA stuff, can work on that as well.
So she's in there working on the DNA and on a molecular level. Mm-hmm. There's a dance of light in there. She's right in there. She's going deep. Mm-hmm. Okay, this being had a lot caught in their cellular memory and cellular energy. Right. That's where she goes.
Yeah, you got to clear out that cellular memory. I mean, it can be very deep for lifetimes and lifetimes, eons of stuff. And so, yeah, if they can go in and energetically clean that out, it's like wiping the slate clean. It just, takes away so much stuff that you'd have to be processing and processing and processing endlessly. It's like that's such grace just coming in and just wiping that slate clean for those that would accept it. Okay, of course, it can't be done against their free will, but if they're open to it, she can come in and would be happy to do that and just really just wipe the slate clean.
She's kind of figuring if you're here, you're going to do it. You're ready. Why'd you come? You're not even asking. If you're here and if it's actually penetrating in there, it's done.
That's it.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, it won't penetrate. It won't penetrate if you're not open to it.
That's it.
Because even, I don't care who it is, Christ, Mary, even the God energy directly, just that without any type of face on it, as you want to say, you have free will.
That's the thing. It won't go in.
It won't go in.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Nobody is constrained against their free will. You have to be open. Like I said, on the altar of truth, I lay myself, and be open to it. And if you're not open to it, and you're guarded with it, and you say it. Some people say it, but they're not fully committed to it. If you're not fully committed to it, and you hold back in one iota, it's not going to penetrate.
That's the thing. So either it's going to work and go in, or it won't. So she doesn't even have. She just didn't work or it won't.
Exactly. But like I said, when you lay yourself on that altar of truth, I mean, you really have to 100% give yourself over and totally let go. You can't hold one iota back. And then it has that place to just pull one in immediately into that grace.
When you're ripe, or maybe just that little thread or whatever is there. Yeah, understood. Okay.
Moving along very rapidly this morning.
We are indeed. Okay, so I do see white lotuses on my hands, which I do see
Okay.
sometimes. Lotuses all over me again. Okay. Anyway, okay, so we'll go. There is a lotus on this this stone,
Mm-hmm.
and it is very sparkly lotus. Diamond center.
Mm-hmm.
And she's there too. This Mary energy is really all that I can say. And I do see a transmission coming from her into that diamond, and it's making it glow more. It's making it clear. It's making it. You can see, how it has its little cuts in it. It's everything about it, and really. And I see a beam of light coming from. I'm just ready to.
Yeah.
I almost bring tears to my eyes the way she's there. Just. So, it's all good.
All good. So she's cleaning that one up, making it beautiful. A diamond that was not so pure.
That's right.
Now it's a D flawless.
Exactly. It's
she's taken one that's like salt.
That's it.
That's worth nothing, and turned
There's
it into
nothing
an
there.
absolutely beautiful D flawless without any impurities whatsoever.
Said it
Just
so
totally beautiful. And if one has seen the difference between the diamond that's very cloudy with all the impurities in it and one that's just absolutely clear, sparkling, just all those, at that point, all of the beautiful rainbows and things can come from it. It just reflects so beautifully.
And it's so nice when you're going like this. I saw you were little diamonds coming from your hands.
I like that, diamonds.
It was
I
nice.
throw
When you're
little
like this, you
to
had the big
everyone, all
diamonds.
these
in your
big diamonds,
Yeah.
You have the wonderful diamonds,
It's so nice. And then I have lotus blossoms
You
on
get
mine,
lotuses
so.
and I get diamonds, so
Yeah.
we'll take those.
Yeah. Got the diamond pointings there,
The diamond pointings, right, and all of them reflect in that beautiful light. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
So I'm not doing too well with
That's what we do. They cut you like a diamond, faceted, all the different facets of life, and the reflecting one to the other, and the beauty of that. But still, one has to be clear and have that clarity so that everything just goes through and doesn't get stuck there. That it reflects in that beauty.
Facets, that's the
Facets.
word. Facets.
Facets of
That's
life.
what's there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so back to this quick transformation process. Okay, there's a lotus in my heart. Anyway, she's there, that little rock's there. Same kind of thing. I do see. Okay, this being needs cleaning out of something, I'm hearing. She's telling me what they need, and that's the end of it.
Okay.
Needs cleaning out of what are the knots or the
Knots?
knots? Yeah.
What? Knots?
Is it a naughty system?
The naughty system. Yeah.
I'm seeing that in my mind.
Yeah, the naughty system. That's all the electrical system and the naughties and all the points go there. Yeah, it's a huge, vast system.
So what she's doing is connecting them, right, in a way, making, those links.
Yeah, sometimes they can be broken, the links, and everything is not flowing smoothly. It's like a wire's been cut, and it's not, things are not connected. So she's connecting and cleaning up the naughty system.
Yeah, I see that naughty system. She's there, too, and she's just nice. This time I'm seeing her hands move rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Connecting
just connecting the dots right. And what can I say? I mean, so that they are in alignment, right? I mean, like everything, when the stars are in the right alignment, or the cosmos, it's you get the right energy flow.
Right, right. You can't have an energy flow if the lines are disconnected or crossed or something. You get shorting out. You get shorting out, and so yeah, the whole naughty system has to be cleaned up, and everything has to be in alignment. And like I said, the energies need to be, cleared and cleaned, and it needs to be in alignment. Everything needs to be in alignment.
The right connections.
Right.
With this being too, what I notice is that they have the third eye, and like she's cleaning the third eye.
Right. This is why we don't do third eye meditations, because you just get so much garbage and things there that is unneeded. So that's good. She's able to just clean that and take care of that and bring them back to heart center. Yeah. Yeah,
now she is touching her heart, and she's feeling like this has a more substance. It's more connected with the earth, and where it needs to be connected. It was off somewhere else. So
give them some grounding, bring them back to reality, bring them back to a viable center where they can expand from in a genuine way. Yeah.
Otherwise, they didn't. You have to be kind of plugged in a certain way. Otherwise, you can't. Right. No matter what comes to you, it's not going to get
It won't work
there.
it won't work. Right. Yeah. It won't work. You can't generate. You can't. You can't do that if they're not prepared. Like you can't awaken Kundalini if somebody's not prepared. In a certain way. If things are disconnected in a form, then it's difficult for that.
Exactly, right. The right conditions.
The right conditions have to be in place for that. And again, once Kundalini is open, and it's a Roto-Rooter service. So again, it's not something one wants to play with unless they're ready to go forward and have all those things expunged and brought to the surface to be reviewed and let go of. So once that opened, it can't be closed. There is no closing. Unless she knows of something that I don't know of on how to close it. We could ask her if there is a way to close that for people that have errantly opened it.
It's quite true what she's doing. She's just like that. And I don't. I'm seeing something come together, but I'm not quite. And then some energies are sort of coming together, but alignment I'm hearing. I do see a door open and close, but I can't quite put the whole thing together.
We'll have to sit with that a little bit. It sounds like
it's
a very
open. It's open. I've seen the door stay
quiet.
Open.
Yeah, it's a secret thing that and once it's opened, it's open.
I'm so glad you're.
It's of the mysteries. It's the secret. It's of the mysteries, and it's very potent. Once it's open, that door is open. Those mysteries are opened.
And then now I'm seeing better, because when I see her, that she's there, she's like this, and then beside her is a door that's open, and I do see the moon and the stars once the door's open. Right. And that door's open, so it's staying open. So I don't know.
Right. So you can't close it. Once that's open, it's open. It's part of the mysteries. And that's why, you don't play around with that. And unfortunately, things have been given out that shouldn't have been given out so easily. But it's part of the mysteries.
And if it's
once
open,
that mystery is opened, it's opened.
That's pretty much the feeling. That door is staying open. I see it into the cosmos.
And this is why the mysteries is not it's not given to all at one time. It's
she's like this. And that's what she's doing.
Yeah. That's why still at this point I'm still sitting with if this COS should be given out
I know, it's tricky.
online or not, because it can open that door. You know, if there is, maybe it's the time for that door to be open, maybe not. If she's still doing like this, then maybe it's still one of the mysteries not to be fully open to all.
Yeah, she's doing that.
Yeah, so maybe it's not to be given to all. So there's my answer.
You know,
Caution. Yeah, you have to give it. It has to be given to the right way. You know, they have to be prepared and understand what they're getting.
Sure, that's a little, you know, you don't know when you're just doing it in your regular life just to feel better, and that opens, and ooh.
And that's not what it's for. It's there to open to the mysteries. It's there to open to that universe. It's there to open that door to walk through those mysteries. So if one is just playing, they're not ready for it.
That's the thing. So
not ready for it. So yeah,
it's a beautiful thing, but it is being spread obviously more now, even with the spirits. But you know, it's your, of course, choice to make. But, yeah, it's a toughie.
Well, it is hard because it can help much of humanity, those that are on the spiritual path. It can help and aid them, but again, it can awaken Kundalini, and one has to understand the importance of that and what that's there to do.
And that's such a major thing if that truly opens.
Yeah.
It's your, you know.
So we can ask her again if it's. If they come to this path and they have that opened, if she would be willing to work with those energies for those people to clear them up and keep everything in alignment, and work with the Nadi system, work with those things to make it easier for people.
If they come to our path?
This path, yeah.
Okay.
If they're being worked with.
Okay, so you're saying just the students and things.
Right,
okay.
right.
Help them.
Right.
Okay.
Well, any that would ask
well,
her for that help, of course. It's not exclusive
no,
only to
I
this
understand,
path.
but I was just.
But I don't want people to think that we're saying it's only through this path that you could get that. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I guess in my head I connected Kundalini opening somewhere, and I guess that's why I was saying more.
Right. If Kundalini is awakened with them, you know, she can obviously work with the Nadi system and the DNA systems and all of that. Would she work with them while they are in corporeal form? Would she work with them while they are in corporeal form to make those connections and to aid? You know, is there something we can do or that we can do to aid those connections and clear those things so that it's much easier journey for people?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
So far she seems open to answering things. You know, I see her with her hands up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just going to kind of look like she does. It's more like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see her heart beaming?
Yeah.
Her heart is beaming.
That means, to me, that tells me, they give those blessings, that is open for those blessings to be received. Yeah. That in the sanctity of that tells me that if one is in that sanctity of that in fact that can be worked with.
And I think also if one is open, if they're sincere, you know,
right. If they're in their heart center and they're asking for that aid and that thing, that sanctity can come in and be worked with.
Of course,
yes,
absolutely, and right. You see some white roses coming into her heart, and the light is there.
Yeah. So even if you are in corporeal form, still, you know, that can be worked with. If one is open to that and asks for that aid and is really sincerely asking and ready to give up the control of that can be offered, that can be given.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's not just out of body thing. Yeah.
It's not only for those that are out of body. it's easier for her to work with them because they're just more on an energetic level. They're not so clinging to things as people are in form here, that they're with the fears they have and the other things that are going on. It's a little
just pure energy, boom.
Right, pure energy. It's a little easier than if one is in that transient mind of that, and focused on so many other things going on here in the transient universe.
All I can say is, like I say, I've seen her image, and she's all the lotuses. These things are shifting here, I'm sure, in terms of openings and things. So.
Oh yeah, things are definitely shifting.
What can I say?
For sure, things are going to become more and more open as time goes by. Yeah. This is the beginning of some really big shifts for people that are really on a path and seeking. That there can be much more help readily available than there has been.
Quicker cleansing, and I think really what I really want to put, this is me speaking, that dead energy, I just get moving, guys. That's all I have to say. I mean, really, we have so much time here in this body, and really just open up, believe, feel it, come, it's here.
Yeah.
And I want to just put that out there really strongly, and connect with nature, connect with your heart, connect with spirit. You don't have to commune with words and those kinds of things, but just with your heart.
Right.
And these things will start flowing. It's just what's here.
Exactly.
Please. So.
Do we have any more left in there?
Yeah, we do. We have 4 more.
Well, let's just go ahead, since she's on a roll here today.
Oh, we really got
we are not stopping progress.
Everything changes, and this work will too.
Exactly.
That's how it is. Everything's going to change here. Okay, so there she is. I see the rock there. They're kind of saying this being is not sensitive at all to or in touch. And
okay.
So she's beaming her light in this stone. Imparting some knowledge.
Okay.
Lucky thing.
It's getting grace. A lot of grace today.
Imparting knowledge of compassion.
Yeah.
Compassion, and how that is a key to opening.
Compassion is a key to opening, yeah. And especially if you have been a victim of trauma, you have to develop compassion for the ones that have harmed you. You have to develop, if you can develop compassion, then you have absolutely an open door for healing for yourself. But compassion is the key.
For others to have that,
exactly.
And then it comes when you open your own heart.
Exactly.
So she is like, they're just like moonbeams that come for her. I don't know, really. And they just go right in like lasers. And she's got her hand to her heart, as she does this work. And it is some
It's just heart to heart.
Yeah.
Heart to heart, just to,
So there is some flowering in there. There's a little darkness on that flower. She's working to clean the petals. She's just cleaning those petals. And I see them growing brighter and brighter by the second, literally.
Yeah.
So they're bright. And then I see under the petals some hands, like, open heart.
Yeah.
Open
your heart. Open your heart. Yeah. Open your heart.
That's what she's doing for this soul. And they're just, it's like almost a gold flower now. It's just,
So they're ready to go on their way and continue their journeys.
From coal to a diamond.
Such grace, such grace today, such grace.
Gosh, really? And who'd ever thunk it? We don't know.
We never know.
Did we know?
No, we never know what's coming.
Day to sit down, and not like this is it's a regular day becoming, because we've done it for daily, but it's not a regular thing by any means. But okay, so Okay, so she's there, and she has a little darkness around her, portraying there is some darkness, like on half of this soul.
Mm.
And then the other part is white. And she's showing half where there was a nun and half was not lived right in a way. So that's what... And again, she reads it. She reads it like a book.
Yeah.
Of their life.
Right. She does a soul review.
Yeah.
It's like they call the Akashic Records, the Akashic Records. It's like a book of all your journey, all your lifetimes, and she can read that immediately, what it is and what it's not.
So you can't hide from the universe.
You can't
Bottom
hide it.
line,
No, you can't hide from it. It's an open record for them.
You may have outwardly said you're all this, but inside.
But if you haven't lived it right, like you said, what God judges is the hearts and the minds. It doesn't matter what your actions. If you did an action that looked like it was pious, but your heart and mind was dark, then I don't care how pious the outside action looked, you're not fooling anyone.
That's exactly. So what she reads is the heart.
Is the heart, right?
And the outer.
Right. You could have, you could have killed somebody, but if it wasn't in your heart and mind to do it out of anger, out of that, it's a much less karmic problem than if you had done it out of anger. If you were doing it out of protection or out of something else, that's what's read is the heart and the mind. What is the heart and mind behind whatever the action is?
That's right, and that's what's being she'll show in one quick image the whole thing.
Right.
So none darkness. They're two disconnected things. They're two, they're not in alignment with the purity.
Right.
So she's showing that with her own self, which is kind of striking. Although she's there still, in the same purity. So she's taking it on and going to at that point. And that's what sometimes it happens when you're working with somebody. Something gets taken on and it gets transmuted, then it gets transmuted. Totally. So what I see, she's taking it, she has a knife, and she just went zoop, and the nun part she took, the purity, and she's like going with her hands around that part. It's really striking. And that she's purifying into making that a whole, and that darkness is,
Right.
So she went shh.
To get rid of that darkness and just keep that one part and expand that to the whole.
And now I'm seeing more of a full nun's habit. I'm seeing a full, not that this person needs to be a nun, but that's representing purity. It's representing strength. It's representing character.
Right.
And, being able to go through the hardships and staying pure, staying in alignment with God. And that's what that's representing. And that's what she's working with her hands. And she's giving back a whole nun, I guess, a whole pure being.
Right.
And that's done.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Jeez. Huh? We're looking at a master here.
Getting rid of the dross, one fell swoop, just boom.
We're like, okay. Makes our work even like a little slug, right? Really? No, I mean, not totally. But, it's on a different level, let's face it.
Oh, one could say that, yes.
Entirely different level. We bumped this up, people.
There are levels and there are levels.
This is, I would say, the highest.
We're down here at the peon level, and she's at the pinnacle.
We're kind of trying to count. We do this and that, and she's done. Oh, what was I just doing? It didn't even matter. I barely said a word, and it's done. I had a whole ramble I was going to go through.
Exactly.
So anyway, there she is. There's this rock, and let's see what she's bringing forward. And it doesn't look good in this stone. It looks a little bit like it had some darker, devilly energy. She's just taking that thing by the horn. She's not even bothered by it.
Yeah, no, for why? No, it's a shadow. It has no substance.
Not even bothered by it. She has it by the horns, and she's
just shows it. It has nothing. It's nothing.
No, she's not even,
Right.
not changed, not bothered, not affected.
Of course not.
It's just, change.
It has no power against that light. 100% not. It has absolutely no power against that light that she is.
Keeps wants to reform, but she's just taking it back and again.
Yeah.
And just continuing to, work with
exactly.
flushing it.
Flush it.
And
They want to take it back because it's, for them, it's what they know. But you keep throwing it away, and it's no.
And I'm hearing no ego, no ego. I'm hearing
ego.
her. I'm hearing that.
Yeah.
And again, it's showing, it does have the devil ego, but I think it's that shadow,
It's that shadow. Yeah.
And with her hands that are just made of light, there is a stream, like it's starting to just stream now. It's not, so solid looking, it's streaming. And it's in that water, and it's kind of becoming like a reflection that's sort of, this sort of devil-y looking thing.
Right.
It's flushing. She's just taking it. Just continues to work.
Yeah, because she's not confused by what it is and what it's not. Absolutely not. She knows that the heart center is that purity, and one has to dig to find that light. It's there somewhere. Just get rid of the rest of it. That's
even in the worst conditions, it's there. So
exactly, it's still there.
I mean, she's barely. I mean, it's so interesting to see her just there, just as the same staying, but just. Working. I do see her hands and just quick. No ego, flush it out kind of thing. Done.
Yeah.
So it's clear. There's some flowers, there's some lotuses. I see it slowly. Lotus is coming, and this other's way down the line. Going into the dirt, going into the, being absorbed. Really, like you say, absorbed and not conscious anymore.
Such grace. They have now the opportunity to go forward and stay in that grace. If they take it back again, then that's on them, and then there is, once they have what you call blaspheme the Holy Spirit, then there is no reprieve from that.
Right.
If they at that point choose darkness. If they choose darkness at that point, there is no reprieve for them.
Because that's their choice.
So
here's a good chance for this
soul.
So
this is an absolute chance of grace that they've been absolutely brought back to wholeness and purity, and they have that chance to absolutely go forward in the light. If they choose at that point darkness, then there would be nothing that could be done for that.
In one fell swoop, let's face it.
Exactly.
So there is just a nice running stream. There is still a little gurgling in the sewer over there. And then they've got the lotus flowers with the clear running. So it's going to go quick here.
Exactly.
So they're good. The master at work, the goddess. So
we can ask her if that's true. But that's what it says in the... that you can blaspheme against things, but if you blaspheme against the Holy Spirit and the holy workings, that there is no reprieve from that.
She did not. She did not.
Yeah. You can't call that which is holy evil. If you do that, and you have totally gone to that, then there's nothing that can be done for that one.
Oh, yeah.
At that point.
Because you have a choice, and it's not come in if you're... And then all this, I did see a block if it's like stone and black, and you've done that by your own hand.
Exactly.
Consciously.
If it's done consciously, knowingly, that one blasphemes that, then again there is nothing that can be done at that point for that one.
Yeah, she's a nod. Just a little nod of her head.
So this is, this is grace, that even though they've got so much darkness surrounding them at that point, they have not broached that. So there is that forgiveness, there is that ability to be totally cleansed of that. So we hope that they go forward and choose.
Right.
Choose the light.
Had a chance here, and let's hope that they remain, because they've got clear water. Lotuses can't beat it. Come on.
Get the beauty now.
Jeez Louise, and that quick. Who's this one? Okay. Last one.
Last one for today.
Good day today. Right, so there she is. The stone is there. Rising up from it. There is a tree. Okay, from that tree, they say on some of the branches, the blossoming is not good. It's not healthy. Some of it is, some of it isn't. There's something in the cause. She's trying to go to the root of it versus the branches of it. And she says, no, you don't just lop off branches. You go to the root.
Right.
Sure, light is going to the root of this tree.
Right.
And I see light around the root where there was some, sometimes maybe there's too much. There's, if someone waters, if there's just too much, it gets logged up.
Right,
it gets
gets waterlogged and stuff, yeah.
And then molds and all sorts of things are happening there at the root, which is creating this. Right. So she's there almost working, tending the soil underneath. I see her working with her hands in the soil. She's not afraid to get in the soil.
Not afraid to get dirty.
No.
Get down and dirty if you have to.
As pure as she is. No problem. So she's working with the roots. She is working with those roots and bringing some fresh air in there and some light in the root of it. And the root of it,
you get to the heart, the center of whatever it is, and deal with it there. You can't just take care of the little outside things. That's not going to do it. You have to really get to the heart of the matter, whatever it is, and work from there. Straighten it out, for sure.
Right, and like anything, I do see a picture of mind with those roots. You get to the root of that.
Right.
Dang, the me and mind, whatever the I, just get in there. You want to dislodge that and clear it out. So that's what she's doing, and this light is coming then upward from the root, and it's coming up into the trunk and coming up into the branches, and then I'm seeing more light. It's like like a blood flow now.
Right.
Of life. And there's birds in the tree, there's blossoming, and there's cherry blossoms. Thank you. I love her. I love her and she loves me. Just we all love. We all love. Anyway, so there's some blossoms, there's little bees buzzing around it, there's butterflies, there's,
So it's become healthy again.
It's healthy and vibrant compared to what it
and it's gone from dying on the vine to giving life and then replenishing and giving back. Yeah.
Beautiful thing. We got the sun there, we got birds, we got health.
Yeah.
And you can't beat that. Okay.
Yeah, so once you get to a healthy state, then you give back. You have to, then at that point, you give back to the universe.
The animals are on there and they get their food
Exactly.
and the birds. And
Exactly.
Perfect way to put it. I love how you put it. Just broaden out these images and things.
So that's what happens, It's not just about getting healthy yourself. At that point, once you're really healthy, then you start, giving back to the universe. You become a blessing to the universe as well.
That's perfectly put, and what a great way to end this, really.
So we're going to ask, just before we close out, if she has any other messages or any other things that would aid us to give to others, if there is anything that she would like to say that would be beneficial, that, either to us or to others, whichever, that we could bring the most benefit.
Okay, so I did initially see her, and she's like this, and the door is open to the cosmos. Still a few stairs there. I do see, and then some. It's shut too, so it's kind of. That's what I'm seeing. And then, so I'm trying to get a feel of what's happening. The door open and then shut. Probably the various. If you're open or not, quite obvious, But in terms of aid to others. So I see some kind of blood red, life force, You have to be in that life force, I don't know, if they're not, what?
And the time is, it opens and it closes. The door opens and it closes. That's it. The door can open and it can close.
And it's about ripeness in their own.
If they're not,
if they haven't tilled that soil, then what?
Right.
You have to do that work.
Right.
You know? Otherwise, you can only give what
You can only
the level
give,
they're at.
exactly. You can't give for everyone, and they have to be at a certain ripeness to be able to give things. Exactly.
Yeah, as you see the soil, I see the red, like the blood red of the life force. Also, the bleeding of that comes from the suffering and compassion, and the and then some roses are actually on top of that, or lotuses are floating on top of that blood, which is odd, but it's not. It's that suffering and that, you know, and you can't be afraid of it.
It comes through that. It comes through that. One does, you know, like I said, everyone has to, in one sense, carry their own cross and do their own, you know, path, and surrendering and doing what's needed to go forward. Absolutely.
Yeah, and to not be afraid of that suffering.
Yeah.
Don't see it, you know, just open to whatever and let it take its own flowering and time. And you know, but I don't know.
Yeah, compassion develops from that too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
For sure. When one has suffered and gone through that, then that heart of compassion opens for humanity, for sure.
Yeah, and I do see a quick flash of you. It's like you're saying, she is holding her son like that. And, it's not a pretty picture of him, but she's just, you know, hard time. But she, you know, she's flowered from that. People.
Right,
you know.
Right. It comes out of that pain. It's like the pearl of great price. That's what the pearl of great price is. The pearls are never created. It's an irritant that's put in the shell, a piece of sand, and it's an irritant. And that you know, oyster's crying. I mean, you know, it's building up this thing because it's being irritated. It's not an easy thing that makes a pearl. And it's years of suffering to make that pearl. So if you get that pearl of great price, you know, you have to face that within yourself to get the pearl of great price. So understand what it is, you know.
It's a good, you know, and I think that has to do with your own
journey. It's your own journey.
Not what someone can give.
It's the sand and irritants that come in your own journey that create that pearl. And it takes time to create it.
That's quite a good note to end on for now. Anyway.
So we will leave it at that. Absolutely. Namaste. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.